Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cassandra from Craftably Ever After, and today you guys is the day that I have been looking forward to for ages, and it is the hashtag amigurumi mod that I am doing with my very good friend Caroline over at For the Love of Crochet, and you guys have joined in with us. It has been fantastic. I have loved every minute of doing this project. I think it is safe to say that this must be my favorite project that I have worked on in years. I am telling you guys, I loved it. I like doing different crafts, as I know many of you do as well. So trying to bring in different crafts within one amigurumi project was super fun. I loved it. I cannot wait for the next amigurumi mod that we will be hosting, and I hope all of you who have joined in will join us again. I hope many more who didn't manage to join in this time will join us for the next one. It is super fun. You guys, the projects that was submitted is absolutely brilliant. You guys are just wonderful. I just love being part of this community. I love this project. I love this collab. Everything about it was super fun. So I will start this video, which I must warn you guys will probably be a fairly long video. I will start it off showing you the project that I made, and then I will go through all of the different bits of crafts that I included in this project. So let me kick off by putting a photo of my completed scene. So as you guys know, I have made this long-legged bunny. I showed you the bunny that I completed at the start of the mod. So I had my bunny done by the 20th of March already, to give me enough time to work on all the mods that I wanted to bring in. And what you see on the screen, you guys, is my final product. I couldn't be happier with what I came up with. Honestly, I think if I had more time, I probably would have crammed in a few more crafts, because there are so many more things that I could have done. Mods that I saw on the photos that you guys submitted that I would have loved to give a try. And should we do another mod this year, I will be sort of borrowing a few ideas from you guys, because you guys are fantastic. But let me one by one go through all of the mods that I have done. All right, so as you know, I did the bunny, and sorry, let me just stretch and get it. This, you guys, is my bunny all dressed up. So the bunny, I will link the pattern. It is just a long-legged crocheted bunny, and she is wearing jeans which are mismatched the pants, and I will explain to you what exactly went on there. Then she has this super cute little summery floral top that velcros in the back, and I will give you a bit of detail on what I did here as well. So maybe I must start with the outfit. So the outfit, I did a little sewing on. Now I am not like a professional sewer. I have made the odd project bag, I've made the odd zipper bag. I do not sew clothing, so this was a very big challenge for me. Now let me show you some of my mistakes that happened along the way in me trying to get a cute little outfit for my bunny, which was this final one, which I absolutely love, even with the mismatched pants. But let me tell you guys a bit about that whole process. So I had a jeans pattern that I got from the blog My Froggy Stuff. Now she actually is a doll collector. She does a lot of Barbie doll crafts and mods, and it's a fantastic channel. I love watching her. She's very creative, and I actually had a pattern for Barbie jeans. Now obviously I knew that my bunny was not going to fit the Barbie jeans, but To see how much I had to change the pattern, I made a regular Barbie sized pants. Now this one, obviously it's not sewn up completely, there's no Velcro, it's not finished off at the top. This was just for me to see how much bigger, wider, longer I had to make the pants to fit my bunny. Now the denim I used is from a very old, it's from an old dress of Jessica that doesn't fit her anymore, and it actually, the actual dress pattern is this sort of checkered, so that the right side of the fabric is this checkered part. Now you guys, so on the first test that I did actually cut my pieces correctly. So this would be, if you flip it inside out, this is actually the inside of the pants. So my checkered pants are correct on the inside. So if I would have flipped it, this specific pair of pants would have both legs the same. What happened when I now adjusted the little template I had, I got so excited that the pants worked out that I didn't do a mirror image of the panels when I cut them out. So I cut them out only to see that when I put, which is supposed to be the two right sides together, I noticed I didn't cut mirror images. So this leg is actually supposed to be the wrong side. It should have been on the inside of the pants. But because I cut my pants completely wrong and I didn't have a big enough piece to cut another leg, so I just decided, you know what, this is a very modern, fashionable bunny. She will be wearing jeans that are two different leg patterns. Honestly, I didn't want to go and change the fabric. I had decided long ago on making a denim for this young lady. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to be too stressed about it. So I finished up the pants, worked out beautifully, the correct length, the correct size in the middle, fastening it up with a little bit of Velcro just there. Very, very happy in the end with how my modified Barbie doll pants fit on my bunny. The next thing I had to decide on was a top. Now I had a while ago seen a very cute tutorial of how to make a doll sweater, also again a Barbie doll size, maybe slightly bigger, using socks. So I thought, okay, that's going to be cute. I'm going to make this sock sweater, which I did, you guys. So I made this little sweater that you make from two pairs of socks. Isn't it fantastic? Now I could actually get this, and there you can actually see the size of sock, European sock foot size, still on the one side of the sock that I used. So this one does actually fit the bunny. Apart from the neck was too wide, and I did something weird here at the back. It doesn't want to, there it goes. So I didn't do this binding part properly. There's like this hole. The binding does look fairly nice on the bottom. But when I put it on the bunny and this neck part kept flaring, it just didn't look right. So I chucked my sweater made out of socks idea, and I decided I'm going to do a very, very simple shirt. So I went into one of my sewing books, and I saw I tried to find the simplest pattern for a shirt or a dress that I could find. And there was a simple one where you just cut a rectangle, and then you do those, you know, you sew some lines and you gather them up, and I sewed on a little ribbon. I thought this was going to be fantastic. So this is how it works in the pattern. It was actually a pattern for a dress, so I just shortened it to make it a shirt. But I got a little happy with the gathering part. So when you pull on your thread to make a little ruffle, I think you can you see the little ruffle a bit better on the inside. but I got a bit happy with it, making the ruffle. And this first shirt did not fit my bunny. It didn't fit. I couldn't close it at the back with my little ribbon that I decided to put on. And I saw also when I fit it on the bunny, this top part was way too long. It looked a bit odd. So what I ended up doing, modifying that pattern as well. So I made this top part a bit shorter. So as you can see, it was much longer on my first version. So the second version was about half the size at the top, because I wasn't going to do sleeves and all sorts of fancy sewing. I had other things that I still had to do for this bunny, so I needed the most simple pattern possible. In the end, I cut my rectangle a bit bigger. I made the top part a bit smaller. I did the nice lace trim again, and I just sewed on some Velcro to close it up and the back. And that was my very cute little summer shirt. I was so happy with it. So first part of the mod done. My bunny had an outfit, even though the pant legs were mismatched. I didn't care. I loved how it turned out. There we go. The bunny was all dressed. Now on to the remaining mods. So the remaining mods was basically just part of a scene that I wanted to create for this girl, based very loosely on myself. So for the most part, you guys, I wear jeans. That's why I had decided on jeans. I do like these little floral tops, although you would not catch me dead with anything without sleeves. But quite frankly, she's the better version of me, a bit braver version, you know, ready for summer. So this is why she's got sort of a sleeveless little top. But I decided to base this girl roughly on like how I would see myself crafting wise. So of course, you guys, I made her a chair to sit in. And I showed you guys the little popsicle sticks. So with my popsicle sticks, I made this very quick and easy, very simple little, it looks like a chair that you would use on your deck overlooking a lovely garden or overlooking something fantastic. So there we go. This was what I did with my popsicle sticks, and I just gave it a quick coat of white acrylic paint. So this was, so I did, the bunny was the crochet part, then I did the clothing, which was sewing. So that was my first official craft that I included, was sewing. This one, sort of DIY crafting, this was my second craft, was this cute little chair that I made for my bunny. My third craft, which is not still actually sewing, so I can't really count it as a third one, but I did make some tiny little sewn pillows with some fabric scraps, just some tiny little pillows, because you cannot have a comfortable chair where you sit and crochet if there are no pillows on it. So I made some pillows for the chair that goes just like this. But before I put on the back pillows, I thought, okay, this chair, maybe if it's a cooler day, she would need a little blanket. Now, you guys, I do not knit. Let me just put that out there. I cannot knit, but for this mod, I wanted to try and add as many crafts as I could. So I did sewing. I've got now the popsicle sticks. Third, technically, the craft that's in third place is knitting. And I knit the teeniest of blankets. So what I did, I found a video that showed me how to cast on. That took me quite a while to get right. And then I just watched one more video showing me how to do the knit stitch. So I didn't do knit and pull. No, friends. I did cast on, knit stitch, cast off. That's it. Watch 3 videos and I made this teeny tiny little blanket. Now, I must be honest that I got the lines fairly straight. Now look at this. I do feel rather proud of how it came out. I didn't miss any stitches. I think for the most part, almost throughout, my tension is pretty good. There you go. A little knitted blanket. So the knitted blanket goes on this little chair that she works on, because you need something just cozy and comfortable if you are sitting crocheting for many hours in a day, as I used to do before I worked full-time. I have a very comfortable crochet chair. So there we have it, my chair with a little knitted blanket and little teeny tiny fabric scrap pillows. All right, so where are we now? Sewing, popsicle sticks, knitting. 3 crafts so far, friends. Now, part of the scene is obviously my bunny crocheting. So I made out of polymer clay, so this is craft number 4. I made these tiny, and you would have seen them in a previous video, one of my free Pattern Friday videos. I showed you these cute little, oops, let's see if it will focus, these cute little tiny crochet hooks. So I made these tiny crochet hooks. Then I went on to crochet, but with the proper sized hook, not with these ones. I made, to show that she's busy crocheting, I made teeny tiny little granny squares. Let me show you. So this one she's busy with. Oh my gosh, you guys, sorry for the, there we go. So she's busy currently with the granny square, and she has finished 2 other tiny little granny squares. So these ones I knit with, not knit, listen to me, I crocheted with a 2mm hook and my rainbow lace. So lace weight yarn, I made these little granny squares, and the granny squares lives in tiny little baskets, because you guys, we all have tiny crochet baskets, don't we? So I made 2 tiny crochet baskets, like stackable baskets. So a bigger one and then a smaller one. There we go, little handles and everything, they fit into each other. So these little craft baskets, because I mean every one of us loves making these little scrappy craft baskets to keep our projects in. My little girl also has a little container that I made out of a spray bottle lid. Sorry, this is actually a button. Can you believe it? A tiny button in the shape of scissors. There we go. So she has scissors. She has a little holder that keeps her hooks and her scissor in. This one I made from, as I said, the bottle, little spray bottle cap, and I just glued on some fabric around it. Not fabric, you guys, what am I saying? Yarn. So I just covered it with yarn to create a little, just a tiny little holder for her crochet accessories. And that lives just in here, in this little basket. There we go. So there you see, it lives in this tiny little basket. The little, a little tiny ball of yarn, and her current whip, which is granny squares. All right, next. And you guys know, if you've been with me for a while, that I have loved cross stitching. So I got one of my cross stitch patterns out, and I made a little, I just used a small part of a cross stitch kit I had, a little birdhouse with those little birds on it. So I did a quick little cross stitch, and I used that as a panel for a little tote bag that I made. So my bunny, and I will put it on so that you can see, she can wear this little tote bag, which will carry her projects if she is out and about. So there you go, a little cross stitch paneled tote bag. That is, I don't know, are we now on craft number 5 already? But that is not the last craft, you guys. So even though I loved making this bag, I really love cross stitch. Now I will never do massive cross stitch projects, but doing things like these, small things that you incorporate into little projects. So there you have it. I just used a small piece of cork fabric that I've got, and I lined it inside with some cute blue polka dots. And then my little birdhouse cross stitch panel. So I just cut a hole into one of my cork panels and I sewed my cross stitch right in there. Cute little cross stitch project bag. Then, you guys, we're almost at the end. Like I say, I loved this challenge. I did make a teeny tiny little, again with my little popsicle sticks. I just made a teeny tiny little table. Like I say, I'm not going to win any carpentry awards with this. But craft sticks and super glue, I'm telling you, it was fun. The very last mod that forms part of my bunny scene is I recently, on the beginning of the year, I started doing some journaling, junk journaling, a little bit of scrapbooking. I don't know what you call it. It's not anything that I'm doing in any sort of a correct way, which I think what junk journaling is. You can do it your own way using whatever you want. I made a teeny tiny, now these books, these teeny tiny, it's a tiny little notebook that I bought from one of my favorite sort of weird, you know, all-in-one stores here in Copenhagen. It's called Flying Tiger. So I bought this tiny little book that I decided I was going to make a little junk journal from. So 2023, and there you can see hashtag Omigurumi mod. Is it focusing? Omigurumi mod. So my first page, which I just wrote there. So I put this cute little tag I had of the white rabbit saying, make time. Make time. Because as with everything, you guys, we never have enough time. Second page, I decided to do, I decided I was going to try some junk journaling techniques. So I did a little belly band and I put in little cards here, you know, as you do with junk journaling so that you can journal on it. So I've got these 2 little cards. But my favorite part of this book, you guys, okay, then I've got a little to-do list. That's not the favorite part. My favorite part is coming up. Every single person who submitted a photo to me has made it into the junk journal as an entry. So there you can catch a glimpse of some of the entries. So there you go, you guys. Teeny tiny little photos of every project that was submitted. So what it looks like, I will show you the last one, just so that I don't spoil the entire slideshow that's coming up. But for instance, my photo, there we have it, Crafty Rabbit. So it's a photo of my little rabbit with my name, Cassandra. And this is the same for every person who submitted a project, has their photo with their name and what the project was that they made. So that is actually, believe it or not, this little book, this proper little journal is my favorite mod that I did. So a tiny little junk journal featuring everyone who submitted a project to me. You guys, I loved it. Now, I've kept you busy. Where are we now? 25 minutes, and you have not even seen anyone else's project. So let me go on to that. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my little rabbit and all of the mods I did. I absolutely loved this mod video. I love the whole process. I hope you guys will join us again when Caroline and I do this sometime in the future, still within this year. We're definitely planning another one. I had so much fun. Thank you for everyone who submitted. Now, I did do the draw of the giveaway. I did a little video clip. As I did a spin the wheel, I will insert that at the end after the slideshow of all of the amazing projects that you guys submitted, which will start now. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you for all of your support. I hope you enjoy seeing what everyone else has made as well. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, are the projects not fantastic that everyone submitted? And congratulations to Gail who won our lucky draw. Gail, I will be sending you an email very shortly. I will reply to the entry that you emailed to me, and I will be posting your little treat package from Denmark to you very soon. So keep an eye out for my email. You guys, thank you everyone for participating. You are all fantastic. I love being part of this community. I love chatting to you guys every week. You are just so inspiring, and I love it. I cannot wait for the next one. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. head over to Caroline, see what she got up to. I'm really interested. She's actually the last photo that I need for my little mini scrapbook because I don't know what she's made. So I'll have to get Caroline's photo and pop it into my mini little scrapbook as well. She needs to be there. Anyway, you guys, I will see you soon in another video. As always, stay safe and stay crafty.